Today, we'll start looking closely at the vital statistic tracking charts. We will talk about how you may use them to track and monitor your health. These charts will become an easy to understand visual graph. As you fill them in over time, you will see at a glance if you are having improvement, maintaining, or getting worse. I'm Laura Kuligowska, and these videos are a companion to my book, The Smart Patients Healthcare Handbook. You don't need a copy of my book to participate in these workshops because you can create your own handbook by working along with these videos. If this is the first video in the series that you found, I suggest after watching this one, if organizing your health is of interest to you, go through the playlist from the beginning, create your own handbook from scratch, or order the handbook from Amazon because it might just be easier to fill it in with me than to write one up from scratch. A link to the book is in the description box. The Smart Patients Healthcare Handbook is a series of worksheets you would fill in and use to inventory, organize, and analyze your own health so you can take more proactive control over your health. By filling the worksheets out in order, we're going through a thought process to get a better understanding of our health. The first 6 worksheets are mainly about inventory and organizing. Here in this workshop, we have moved on to analyzing and using these worksheets in a variety of ways to become more proactive and have more confidence at the doctor. On page 86, just after the office visit worksheet section we discussed in the last couple of videos, there are your vital statistics tracking charts. There are 5 weight body fat tracking charts, 5 blood pressure tracking charts, 5 cholesterol tracking charts, and you guessed it, 5 blank tracking charts for you to create your own individual tracking chart based on your individual needs. For those of you doing a DIY version of the Smart Patients Healthcare Handbook, I'm going to suggest again that you use a loose piece of paper to create a master worksheet while we work together today. You will want to make a master copy. You could use accounting or graph paper for this section instead of lined paper. That would definitely make it easier to use. Today we'll be taking a look at the first of these vital statistics tracking charts. This first tracking chart, probably the most hated, weight and body fat. We will be discussing this weight body fat chart on its own today in case there are people with disordered eating working on organizing their health. They might choose to skip this video. Weight is a sensitive subject for most people, and doctors may avoid discussing weight gain with you because they don't want to put you on the defensive. Or they may be overweight and they feel they would be hypocritical discussing weight issues with you. Or they have discussed them with you, you ignored their advice, and they think you don't care. Unfortunately, I believe some doctors just get tired of giving good health advice that's not taken. They wonder why they should care more about your health than you do. That's not a diss on you. It's very human for us to take our health for granted and not realize the consequences for us in the future, because that's in the future. There's always time to fix things in the future. Like it or not, the reality is each of us has a healthy weight range. If we stay within that range, even on the fringes of it, we have more success with our health. Maintaining a healthy weight makes us less likely to develop weight-complicated illnesses like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Maintaining a healthy weight also reduces the impact on our joints. That could be important if you have a family history of arthritis or other types of joint issues. Your weight should be appropriate for your age, height, sex, and level of fitness. I have placed a BMI guide on page 85. BMI is your body mass index. Doctors often use this as their guide regarding healthy weight. You can find your healthy weight range there. Just use that as your guide for making a plan to achieve and maintain your healthy weight. Or you can discuss it with your doctor to customize it even more. Some people can carry a bit of extra weight or be underweight and still be very healthy and have lots of energy. Your genetics and family health history have a lot to do with how much extra body fat your health can tolerate. The BMI is just a rough guide. It's not individualized. If you're athletic or a bodybuilder, your BMI may not even be accurate at all. The BMI does not account for the heavier lean mass of very fit individuals. Your best alternative there, if you want to track this information, is to get a body fat test annually and track that. or just understand that you may be on the high end of the BMI, maybe even in the increased risk level because of your extra muscle and greater bone density. If you can easily maintain a healthy weight, this vital statistic may not be that important for you to track. In this situation, you should be writing in the weight your doctor measures when you see them and recording that. Again, if you are maintaining your weight comfortably, it doesn't hurt to have a glance at that now and then. Maybe semi-annually or annually log your weight so you can make any minor adjustments to your diet and lifestyle, if you see it's warranted. Especially once you hit 35 or so, extra weight can sneak up on you when you're not looking. You see here on the weight body fat tracking chart, there are two sections, one to track your weight only and one to track your BMI or body fat. There are 15 entries in each of the 5 charts for weight in pounds. That would cover over 75 entries. This is not a place to make daily entries. I'm not keen on daily weighing, even if you're working on reducing your weight. Weekly seems more than enough if you're on a weight loss journey. Maybe use a calendar for that and log it here in your chart, maybe quarterly, so you can track your progress and you don't use up all your lines. Below the weight in pounds chart is the BMI body fat chart. Page 86 has that BMI chart, and you can look up by your height in inches what a healthy weight range is for you in pounds. Again, work with your doctor if you have any questions to create the right range for you. For example, if you are 69 inches tall, your healthy weight range, according to the chart, is 128 pounds to 169 pounds. So if you were 162 pounds, that would be a BMI of 24, at the top of the healthy range. If you're tracking your body fat, once you select a method for calculating it, it's best to stick to that method, as their accuracies are not all equal. Using the same method will be consistently more accurate to show the changes to your body than using a variety of different methods. Or as I said earlier, just note your weight in pounds and understand if you are a very fit individual, you may be on the high end of the BMI, maybe even in the increased risk level because of your extra muscle and greater bone density. Do what works for you. I'm just going to suggest if you're not regularly weighing yourself and are surprised at what your weight is when you go to the doctor, think about weighing yourself once a month or so. Weight can really creep up on us as we get older. I know that from personal experience. If you have disordered eating or body dysmorphia, don't use these charts at all. Get a coach or a therapist and work on creating a healthy mental attitude about what a healthy weight is. I'm not a doctor, and I'm giving this advice anyway. There are so many places you can get help. You don't need to feel miserable, unhappy, ashamed, or triggered about food or your weight. Get the help and take care of yourself. For those of you who need to work a bit on your body fat and get control of this part of your health, be realistic, be kind to yourself, and put in the work. Again, not a doctor, and I'm giving this advice anyway. Most weight loss is done in the kitchen. Before joining a gym or starting some crazy cardio program, look at what you're eating now and find substitutes that are sugar-free, lower in starchy carbohydrates, and have more nutritional value than the choices you're currently making. As you start making these substitutions, look into the type of healthy diet that may work for you, one that you feel you can stick to, and try incorporating more of those types of foods into your life. Because weight loss is really done in the kitchen, spend more time in your kitchen. Meal prep is a fantastic way to avoid eating all the prepackaged and low nutrition fast foods that we tend to grab because we haven't made sure we had something better handy. It's easier than you think. Just carve out a little time to batch cook. I might make a video about how to do that. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to do that. In the next workshop, we will go over the vital statistics tracking for blood pressure and cholesterol. For all the vital statistics tracking charts, you might review them as part of waiting room prep, reviewing these charts if you've been entering data between appointments so you can discuss any changes with your doctor. Use your tracking charts with your doctor, especially if you have collected information over time. It can be useful in your strategic health planning. I'm so happy you took the time today to participate in the Smart Patients Healthcare Handbook video workshop to get the most out of your doctor's appointment. If you know of someone else that you think might be helped by being more organized with their own health, please share this video with them or share the link to the book on Amazon where they can even look inside. Bye for now.